Hello, welcome back. Last time I had pretty much the ideal experience in a room. I feel like after the first, at least for the last few rooms, I've been pretty well in sync with this level that I'm playing. Everything's just gone great. So, let's see what happens here. I see some sort of return path. I'm gonna be making a loop and then going back in a second time or something. Okay, this looks dense. Many moving parts. Where do I start? Do I leave the cannonball out of it at the beginning? Let's try that. That's a silly spot for a wave dash, but I can do it. I don't know where I'm going or what I'm doing, though. So yeah, this is one way. If the cannonball came along, where would it even be going? Onto those springs? It has a little bit of trouble doing that. I could do a wall jump first probably to get it up there better. So, okay, how many green things are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 greens, how many blues? I see 1. I see 1. I see what's happening sometimes. There's an angle. Okay, this is a good place to test this. So hold up. I'm over here. I'm holding right. Holding up. Holding down. Holding up. Holding down. There's like some angle where it feels like I'm holding right and I'm also holding up, but the right doesn't get registered. And that's perhaps a sign of this D-pad getting worn out from the amount of punishment I've put it through. It's not doing it now. Okay, it's fine. I should have a backup controller at some point, though, just in case. Okay, so, right, what am I doing? There's some kind of return path. I'll be going up and coming back and doing another loop somehow, it looks like. Do I go all the way as far as touching this and then come back? So Cannonball has to be with me at the end. If I'm doing 2 loops, what would feel like it would make the most sense to me is if the first one would be Cannonball free. If that's what I was doing, ignore the greens. I think I can pull off the thing I was trying to do if I do it better. Just need to look at, let's see, that's bright purple spring, the medium strength one. That will take me into those spikes, so I have to interrupt down on that thing. Left on that thing. Crouch to the right, maybe? So I'm thinking first thing to try is to go over here all on my own, touch that, come back. This thing must leave a hole when it falls. I don't know what's happening. Is my angle just never going to be any good for that? Bunny Hop looked almost like it could do it. Yes, it can. It's awkward. It doesn't feel good. I have to truncate my something. Okay, that's not so bad actually. So, making no inputs gets me right here. I think you wanted an air crouch super of some sort, maybe? A water ultra, that's a fun idea! Okay, so I can do those things to get all the way over there. If I did... There are some crystals underneath those blue blocks. The things I'm doing here feel mostly like they make sense. Right up until this point, like, doesn't that block have to fall for me to have a way back? I guess I could take a moment and make it fall. Okay. That would look like... Whoops. That time I made no inputs and I died. I don't know what I did so much differently the first time. Whoops. Oh, bunny hops. You're so hard for me for some reason. Yeah, so that springboard doesn't normalize my position. That's the issue. So yeah, I can do an air crouch super ultra there. And it may be necessary. It's not if I... well, it depends. I want to get this thing to work again where I just stop on that block comfortably. Okay, really? Yeah, that is a narrow little spiky hallway. Easy to touch an edge of something without realizing it. Oops. That was just the wrong dash direction. Not even, like, I didn't even misinput that. I just pressed the wrong way on purpose. I mean, sort of. I on purpose pressed what ended up being the wrong way. Let's do a crouch dash there. I want to just stop in that spot. So I have an idea. Wah! At the moment I do not feel in sync with this room. Wah! Well, it's because this is different gameplay than all the other stuff I was doing. All the other stuff I was doing... Oh, I can't get high enough to touch that. And that's a one-time crystal there. Oh, yes I can. Okay, I mean, it's no good now. I mean, what am I even trying to do here? I needed to have rung a thing first before I go anywhere with this. Okay. So, if I don't drop that block, then once I'm up here, I'm not going anywhere, right? Well, let's try and get up there, just to make sure there isn't something I'm not understanding about that. As I saw, I can dash up and touch that thing, and I think I could race back down and sneak through. Well, let's try that, since it's closer than the other thing I wanted to do. Okay, so where's the spot? Little hard to get down there in time. Might be possible. I wasn't fast falling. Doesn't really feel like something I'm supposed to do, but I can kind of do it. Okay, so that... I'm gonna say that proved it's possible. It landed me in an awkward spot, but I'm fairly certain there would have been a way out of that if I needed one. But let's imagine instead I did these things. Okay, that has to be an interrupt down. Got it. So my right dash that takes me into this crystal goes too far. Interrupt down, get ready for a reverse wave dash. And yeah, then I'll hit the blue thing and be stuck, because I haven't dropped the thing that opens my way out. Oops. Oops. Wow. That down interrupts. Only the first time I got there was that appropriate. All the other times, it wouldn't have been. Okay, that's all that I wanted to do. Now, what? So sure, that moves aside, but it's not going to open a way out for me. That much is clear. So this crumbles quickly. I'm not entirely sure why that thing is pink. I don't see how I benefit from 2 dashes in that spot. I won't need it at the end, it looks like. Am I sure I'm not doing green first? Okay, let's evaluate the idea that maybe I'm doing green first. So that takes you there, which is nowhere in particular. Which would mean I would do... what, this? Some of that almost worked. That doesn't feel right to me. I feel like I'm leaving my burden here, doing a loop and coming back. Alright, well let's do the plan A, I guess. So how am I going to traverse this top part? I guess wave dash into ultra. What's with this pink thing here? Well, I don't know what ringing the bell does to my terrain exactly. So everything that I'm seeing there may be a lie. So the plan was... I need some time to set up the extended hyper there. And I don't have a lot of time with that thing coming down on my head. Yeah, see, if I take the time... well, I have to fast fall for one thing. It's not very deep into the room. I don't have a dash at that point. Can I just do a regular jump and... no, I need the water ultra. Aha! So maybe what happens... so this pink thing I couldn't explain. Maybe I don't go through that lower passage. Instead I go up and over, drop that, use the dash that I have to initiate the wave. Yeah, okay. Let's try it that way. Well, I don't have a dash. Can I have had a dash? I don't think so. Oops. I think I'm like deceiving myself with the waterfall, thinking the hole is in a different place than it is, because I keep going way too far right for this little fall here. So yeah, that crystal down there is not relevant, but if I go the other way, the pink one doesn't seem to be. No, but see, I don't have a dash there. I use all my dashes to get up to that. Could I go here and, like, extend a hyper there with a dash? This is feeling kind of hacky. But, I mean, I have to try things just to figure out what the route actually is. I can get here. I can do that. Okay, that's... looks like it'll be viable. It doesn't feel right, but it looks like it will work. Whoops, I did the wrong thing, and I can't get back now. Well, let's try it the hard way. Not gonna happen. Up and then up left. Okay. I need to ultra better. Like, why am I doing it that way? That's silly. Okay, this is actually pretty easy to do. That still was a bad ultra, but good enough. Okay, I'm here. Alright, levels moving around. I get the chance to watch tower with things in this state. So what has that done to level geometry? Those springs changed color. They used to be gray, now they're purple. Okay. So does everything look possible here? Yes, so that crystal I didn't use is now relevant for the cannonball route. Alright, what is the cannonball route? Let's go start to finish. Jump there, jump through it left into the purple so it hits the green. Then I need to wave dash on that to catch it. No, I need it to continue up into here? That's a very awkward spot. And even if I threw it there, then what am I doing? You expect me to catch it and somehow continue here? I guess I would throw through that little passage. Dash right, dash upright, and catch. Yeah, that could work. Okay, I see the theory. Yeah, I don't like it. So I'm standing here with a cannonball. There's nothing I can do with that. Right? What did I learn in that last room? I can throw, then extended hyper and pick it up and be somewhere, but now the water's all spiky. Doesn't get me that far, does it? Maybe it does. So I would throw here, extended hyper, grab the cannonball, imagine that'll take me far enough to throw it into this. I feel like there's no way, but I don't know that. So cannonball is thrown. I dash right up, pick it up, throw it again, dash right or down right, then upright and pick it up here, and then everything moves around. That's all very weird. Okay. And the room's back to this state. So the precursor to that was not really all that hard to do. Do I feel like anything went wrong in that? Not really. I am just wondering about those weak springs there. Could I do... So where does this go if I do spring it into that? Nowhere really. Nowhere recoverable. So no, I think I'm on the route. It just feels really weird. Like especially this part. Oops. That almost worked. Oh, I'm... Oh, my water jump didn't go off. Whoa. No, don't go up left. It's up, then up left. Even if it looks like I could get up with up left right away. Get away with up left right away. Don't do it. Okay. So I'm here. Yeah, again, that's not too hard to do. Just took a few tries. So... now cannonball physics. When I'm throwing it there, I can kind of take my time. I went too fast, but I didn't pick up. I can't take my time that much, though. See, kind of the issue though... is that once I throw it there, this crystal's used up and I'm just kind of plummeting to my doom. Not if I've wave dashed here. Okay, if I've wave dashed there... Alright, so I throw it left, it bounces. I wave dash here. I dash up without having first picked up. Reunite with my friends. Get it up there in one operation. I can't throw that far, can I? I'll imagine that I can. Maybe I can. The dash will refill me because of the crystal. So fall down, dash right, land, do an extended hype? No, just a regular jump. Then pick up and throw... None of this feels right. Ugh. What the... Alright, that's not too bad. I didn't really do that right. I didn't do any of that right. So this doesn't regrow. Yeah, that's a one-time. What about you? That's a one-time, okay. Not the most valuable of knowledge gained, but I got some at least. Yeah, so this section that doesn't get checkpointed at the end. Not really that hard to do, just it's kind of a lot, and takes a little while. Feels like a big thing to, like, start a whole new room here. Okay. So, after I throw it into the first spring, assuming the throw actually throws, I should land here, jump, wave dash, dash up when I'm at the crystal. Okay. I do not have time to land. So I would throw, wave dash, then dash up. Yes, that makes much more sense. Okay, got it. Okay, so... Well, my wave dash didn't wave dash, but everything else about that was correct. Okay, I'm getting it. So, right, theory of what to do next. I think I know the move, so it will get me through there, assuming my throw is good enough to get all the way from here to there. It probably is. I fall down, I dash right. I don't know. Let's try landing, and... that probably needs to be, like, what, an air super? I'm trying to get my body right up into that little slot. So I do want height. I don't want a hyper. Right up into that little slot. Throw, fall, dash right, dash up right, pick up. Be calmly landed there. Oh yeah, and here's where I don't know what to do, except the theory was throw, extended hyper, pick up, throw, and hope that somehow my momentum is enough to get cannonball there and me down below. So with me down below, dash right, up, throw, down right if I'm quick, right if I'm not. I'd prefer, or actually upright could work. Except cannonball's in flight. Is it landing there? Maybe. Okay. How much of that did I understand? Ah! So faster on the wave dash. Got it? Huh. I was too far right. Okay, so all of that, I'm always too far right there. Do it from much farther left. I just have to know where the cannonball is going to go. So. So that's where you go, directly down below that. Oh, there is a little one-way platform there. Okay, so that basically confirms that's an air super. I did not see it because it's the identical color with the background. Okay, so that's an air super. I can't look at the state of that now. I have to do part 1 first. That's fine. Part 1's quick and easy. Just had to practice a little bit, and it's no problem. Okay, so hang on. Preview. So yes, air super, the cannonball falls directly below the green. Of course it does. So when I fall down, I do an air super, I pick up, I throw when I'm right about there. You sure about that? Absolutely not. But I'm just gonna hope that I can drop down, dash right, dash upright, pick up, and be here. Then I throw, extended hyper, throw at some point, I don't know when. Slip under, throw it there. This is gonna be a problem, I suspect. I don't know when or where I'll pick it up there. Once I'm standing here, I feel like I just have to do the extended hyper trick again to get to the end, probably, or maybe some of those will make helpful platforms. Okay. Whoops, I forgot to super. Okay. Honestly, this, like, the amount of separation between, looking at things like attempt and reattempt. Let me shut up for a second. I tried to super, but I was so slow with it. I always feel like I'm too far left, but I have to just do it, like as soon as I get the opportunity. Okay. I'm not, my super never goes off. And I can't preview. I want to preview right after something goes wrong, but right, that's the part that feels punishing. Like the inability to, see the terrain again right away. To inspect the part that went wrong. So right. That air super is just never going off. I have to throw, hold climb, get down there, dash and jump and just trust. Okay, gonna throw again. I can hold climb again if I want. But I think it'll land on the platform, so it shouldn't matter. And then I'll have a moment to recenter myself. There we go, I trusted. Yes, it does land on the platform. Okay. Just barely. There might be a spot I can throw from where it won't, and I'll have to catch it in midair, maybe. But okay, I made that much work at least. Cool. Good. Okay. And after that, one more time. Once I'm there, I'm going to stand on the left side, throw, extended hyper, grab, and just hope I have enough speed. I might. Throw at some point, I'm thinking like right around here? Maybe here? Okay, so how far left of this am I throwing? Got my fingers on the screen measuring distance. Yeah, center of the water would be perfect. Okay. Center of the water. Catch the thing. Throw it immediately. That's what, a downright, upright? Hang on, so if that's... Alright. So this is a very good distance measurement right now, because I know exactly where I am and exactly where the cannonball is going. So from here, again, it's the center of the water. From here, if I'm throwing from that spot, that will not make it to that platform. It's going to fall right around there. Okay, so I do have to recatch. Got it. If I throw, then dash downright and upright, do I catch? If I fall all the way down, dash upright, fall all the way down, get that, I'll be way too late. There may be other alternatives. I can veer right a little bit after the up dash that picks it up, so let's assume I'm throwing from about there. Still doesn't make it to the platform by my measurement. But yeah, that'll put me in just about the right place. Yeah, try to throw from where you can dash down right 45 degrees into that crystal. I'll do an upright dash and hope I can grab and get up there, which I maybe can. Okay, right, so I'm in this room state. Okay, cool, I'm here. Okay, cool, I'm here. Do I need to extended hyper from a little farther right? Maybe. Well, gotta do this part before I can ask questions like that. I think that was 4 wide, the thing I was standing on. So... that is 4 wide. Let's stand on the second tile from the left. Because I was just barely scraping those spikes. That would be enough to make the difference. Yeah, I think that's the most sensible thing. So yeah, throw from the middle of the water. Pretty much. Dash right, dash up, grab, throw. Right, grab, veer right, throw. Dash down right, up right, grab, and that should be the end of the room, because I can land on this safely and then make my way over there, probably with the same move that I'm using here. Probably. Okay. Whoops, I veered weirdly. Huh. Ah. I think I know everything I'm doing. Gotta be farther right for that. I don't know, today I'm just having trouble judging my wave dash distances. Some days are like that. Okay, I'm here. Be about here. Throw, extended hyper. Throw. Do all those things. If I had dashed up right, I would have been done. It actually made it to the thing for a moment, then bounced off. But it did make it there. Would have given me extra time to grab. Okay, I'm practically done with the room, I feel like. Just have to control myself during that one little part there. Heh. Ooh, I was too low for the, too high for the super. Okay. Heh, heh. Ah. Heh, heh. Whoa. Right. Heh, heh. Ah, too high again. So. Too low. That's a hard target to hit. I need to forget about the cannonball. Just trust it'll land in my hands. Just don't pay any attention to it. Only aim for the super targets. Ignore the cannonball. Just aim for the super targets. Super targets. Perfect. Okay. As long as I'm paying attention to just that, it's not too hard to do. Perfect. I didn't pick up the cannonball. Those are very slow, so I'm going to have to wait here for a little while. If the cannonball had been in my hand, that'd be a bit to navigate. Something about the way that opened makes me feel like this could plausibly be the last room? I don't know, that felt like there was some extra pageantry to it. It was so slow. Alright, one move away, very close. It helps that this first half is just so satisfying to do. Like, I don't mind repeating it because it just feels really good. I threw from too far left. Okay. Not too far left. That was too far down, actually, and maybe also too far left. Oh. No, no. Right. Yes. No. Take a moment. That took a moment. Alright. I didn't there, and I threw from too late. Alright, has to be earlier. Right. Ha. Okay. Too late. Yes, it was too late. It didn't hit the thing. Middle of the water. There's a nice little symbol there to show me exactly where. It's way too high. Okay, great. Remember to throw from the middle of the water. Here. Oh, I didn't get my dash back. Okay. Yeah, I did that right. It's fine. That didn't work. Great. Okay. I was late and I forgot to dash up. Yep. Okay. Almost there. Just gotta get the last little bit right. Whoops. Oh, wow! I was too high. I put it in that little tiny notch in the ceiling. Part 2. Okay, so if I throw from farther left, it seems like the cannonball goes more right at the end? Or something? Something that I do as I throw it into the springboard affects its falling arc afterward, and I'm not actually sure what that thing is. Because it's a springboard, shouldn't it just normalize the speed whatever is going on? But anyway, I feel like I want to be kinda left there. What was that? Okay. No. Here we go. Okay. Remember to dash straight up. Okay, throw from the middle of the water. Do what comes naturally. Dash straight up, grab, veer right, throw. Down right, upright, grab, land. Exactly like that. Perfect. Now, I still have to make it all the way over there. That's a distance to travel. That worked. Okay, done. Good. Okay. There's a watchtower. That was not the yes, okay. No, there's a heart in here. But it looks like there's a room before the heart. And that's why the cannonball, because I have to throw it through the... Yep. Yeah, okay, this is a real room. Got it. Okay, tiny little preview of this. Next time. Yeah, so it was real interesting to see what that room did with just the little... like, structural joke of the part 1, part 2 thing. Like, it might feel like it would be sensible to put a checkpoint after part 1, but why? Like, again, just because it looks like that. In terms of the activities being done, that's basically structurally equivalent to any other room. It's just that I get a little break in the middle. That's all. Safe place to put my feet for a moment, move at my own pace, and then pick up the cannonball. Yeah, so just a very interesting, playful room design, and I liked it a lot. Next time, final room.